Hello, crewmates and cruise addicts. This is GFree, your cruise therapist, with your daily boarding call for Friday, August 7th, 2026. Thanks for tuning in and welcome aboard today's boarding call, where we unpack the most current cruise and travel headlines without charging you an overweight baggage fee or asking why you packed 7 bathing suits when we both know you're only going to wear the same 2. But hey, this is a safe place and there is no judgment here. Coming up, Royal Caribbean's brand new Legend of the Seas has some unexpected shattered glass inside the new AquaDome. Also, an overboard alert aboard the MSC Grandiosa thankfully ends with good news. And we're getting another behind the scenes look at the construction of the Carnival Festivale. A typhoon delays Spectrum of the Seas and shortens the next cruise. Plus, in airline news, the FAA wants Boeing 737 Air Max inspected for possible structural cracks. So grab your favorite libation, your passport, and your emotional support luggage. It's time for your daily boarding call.
All aboard!
First up, Royal Caribbean's brand new Legend of the Seas has encountered an unexpected issue inside of one of its most recognizable spaces. Guests discovered a shattered glass panel in the ship's massive AquaDome. And remember, crewmates, the Legend of the Seas is only 1 month old. It entered into service last month in July. The ship is still supposed to have that new cruise ship smell. This cruise should still have its 30-day warranty, and I hope someone kept the sales receipts. The AquaDome sits high at the bow of the Icon-class ship and made up of hundreds of glass panels surrounding restaurants, entertainment venues, panoramic views, and the Aqua Theater. Exactly what caused this particular panel to shatter has not been publicly confirmed. So, we are not blaming a bird, the weather, somebody leaning too hard against it, or one of the aunties after 3 margaritas and a tequila shot.
It's 1 margarita, 2 margarita, 3 margarita shot.
We simply don't know yet. Most importantly, there have been no reported injuries connected with the damaged panel. Crew members can secure an affected area while the glass is inspected and repaired. And with hundreds of panels making up a structure this massive, one broken section does not mean the entire AquaDome is falling apart. Still, Legend of the Seas just got here. She has not even finished unpacking and already somebody has to call maintenance. Now to a story that started frighteningly but thankfully ended with relief. Late yesterday evening, an overboard alert was triggered by the MSC Grandiosa while the ship was sailing toward Spain. When an overboard alarm is raised, cruise crews immediately treat it as a genuine emergency. That can mean changing course, beginning search procedures, checking surveillance footage, and confirming that passengers and crew members are accounted for. Thankfully, this time, everyone was safe. The alert turned out to be a false alarm, and crewmates, those are 2 of my favorite words in cruise news: false alarm. Now that everybody is safe and back on board, let's move into something considerably more fun. Meyer Werft Shipyard in Germany has given cruise fans another behind-the-scenes look at construction progress on board the Carnival Festivale. This ship is scheduled to sail in May of 2027 and will become Carnival Cruise Line's 4th Excel class ship. She will eventually call Port Canaveral home. Construction began last year, and it's been a massive project and already moved through several major milestones, including engine installation, bridge work, crew cabin production, and extensive exterior construction. Building one of these ships is basically the world's most expensive Lego project. Except if you have a piece left over, at the end, somebody from engineering is going to have questions. So when she enters service, the The Carnival Festivale will join the Mardi Gras, Carnival Celebration, and Carnival Jubilee in the Carnival Excel class family. Now we sail over to Asia, where Mother Nature has once again reminded us who actually controls the itinerary. Royal Caribbean Spectrum of the Seas has been delayed, returning to Shanghai because of Typhoon Dolphin. The delay has affected the ship's return schedule and shortened the next cruise. This is the domino effect of weather disruption. If the current sailing cannot safely get back to port on time, the next group of passengers cannot board on schedule. Royal Caribbean adjusts operation based on weather forecasts, port conditions, and guidance from local authorities. And while nobody wants to lose vacation time, ships do not race typhoons because somebody prepaid for an excursion. Safety wins every time. Now let's taxi over to airline news. Earlier today, the FAA, also known as the Federal Aviation Administration, ordered airlines to begin inspecting Boeing 737 MAX aircraft for potential structural cracks. Now, before everybody starts screaming, not the MAX again, here is the important context. The cracks were discovered on an older Boeing 737 next generation aircraft, not initially on MAX jet. However, the MAX uses the same design for a structural reinforcement component that is located near the aircraft's forward service door called the bear strap, because cracking in that area could affect structural integrity. So the FAA wants MAX aircraft inspected as a precaution. So at this point, travelers should not assume their upcoming flight is going to be canceled. Simply because the aircraft is a 737 MAX. This is a preventive maintenance, and preventive maintenance is exactly what we want aviation regulators to require. Check the plane, check it twice, check the oil, check the transmission fluid, check the tire, check the axle, everything underneath the hood if you have to. I have a cruise to catch. So, the travel tip of the day. When severe weather is affecting your cruise, do not rely solely on Facebook groups, TikTok videos, or something somebody's cousin heard from a bartender. Go directly to your cruise line, check your email, text messages, cruise line app, and official website for itinerary updates. If your sailing is delayed or shortened, immediately review your flights, hotel reservation, transfers, excursion, and travel insurance. And never change an airline ticket or cancel your hotel until you understand what the cruise line and your insurance provider will cover. Screenshot every official notification. Because somebody posted it on a Facebook group is not documentation when you are filing a $700 travel insurance claim. Now, I want to hear from you. Would seeing shattered glass inside the AquaDome make you nervous about sailing on a brand new ship? And how relieved would you be to hear that an Overboard alert turned out to be a false alarm? Are you excited to see the Carnival Festivale getting closer to her 2027 debut? And does hearing about FAA inspections of the 737 MAX make you feel more concerned or more reassured that regulators are checking the aircraft? I know what my responses are, but leave your answers in the comments. I love to hear your thoughts. Hey, again, I'm GFree, your cruise therapist. Follow the Cruise Therapy Podcast group on Facebook for more cruise news, travel alerts, destination trends, and of course, cruise therapy. Until our next therapy session, please keep calm, keep cruising, and keep listening. And I'll see you on board the Carnival Jubilee over at Guy's Pig and Anchor. I'll have a thirsty frog red in my hand. What are you having? Thanks for listening. Bye.